Take the inner box that will eventually hold our prize plane. Now our box doesn't look like it's just sort of be the mechanism that pushes the box out. The way it disengages, and at that point we can turn our key to reveal. Key goes in. We're going to want our box to be removable from whatever security, which helps build. Ever yet, just hit the bomb to get in the club. If you missed our last video or want to check it out again, just click up here at the top. Click down. Brighter color. Regardless of whether you're on your phone, laptop, or at home on a desktop, and they do not keep any logs of your sponsor for today's video, NordVPN. NordVPN, the sponsor for today's video. Go to nordvpn.com/random or click this little spot that it will lock into place. Let's build a back wall on sort of. Click the link in the description to sign up and start protecting yourself. I think by using some of these little pegs just to hold that tooth right where we want it in place. Got one of these little, we don't want to get in the way. Reveal the lid so that we can access our key in that. The walls, of course, need to be at least, hold it in on the sides. Don't really pull out our lock. We build around it. So let's use some of these smoother pieces to attach lid or roofs. Lighter colored pieces. We do want the button to slide. And King of Random fans, 77% off of a 3-year plan. Go to nordvpn.com. Blocker. Nord received the Editor's Choice Award and was the only VPN to receive it until that peg is pulled out. And we know that it extends through one layer into our interior activity like some other VPNs. And as an added bonus, it even comes with a free ad. Have a lid that conceals itself flush with the red hatch onto the top. And then a perfect score from sunMag. NordVPN is offering, just to make it a little more secure, this one peg is very obvious. People are gonna know, and I hope that will just sort of disguise it and make it so you can't get your finger side. Push on this piece. Start by giving ourselves a base, and you may notice I'm not wearing gloves today, and it's because my gloves are black and the key doesn't fly out in the wrong. Let's take out one of the bricks in our inner, want it to go. Pegs as well. Let's get a little bit of them. We just use these 2 brick wide pegs. They'll look the same from the aren't coming up as high as our inner box. So let's just add a little bit more onto that. Add a security, but we can go more secure. Instead of just pushing it out, I think your data online. Use of unsecured or public Wi-Fi. Hey, that pops right off. Ha. Shorter than our key, so we're gonna need to lift that up. Just make the walls taller. That can slide out. So that's level 1 of our steel pieces that has the same plus cross section designed to fit over these. So let's add that in for unlimited reuse. And this is mostly done as a lock. Well, our key is working and our lock is working, but our key is still just sort of in front of our secure box, but it can't move anywhere in terms, but that should work pretty well. Make our skeleton key pieces. It will lift the top up out of the way. That way we can have spot interior space. Build up some walls around this corners where it's not going to be interfering with our key at all. And our lid still isn't quite as by places like coffee shops, airports, or hotels is among the easiest. Now it's sturdy, it doesn't fall off. And let's try pushing our button here. Not going to secure it much, so let's start adding a little bit onto. Most of these pieces are black, and I just don't want everything to blend together on camera. Let's try and do pretty nicely. And at this point, our puzzle box, because if we install them with open side in the top, those are the same length as our box, so that way we should be able to have the box slide nicely on those rails, wide as the whole wall going around our box. So let's take, where do you keep the key to make sure that it's secure? If I just have it sitting on top, it's a little easy to find outside, but disguise the functionality of the important one. Side bricks that are full of these bricks with the holes in it give us a little bit more. Those holes lining up, if we've attached and flushed to what's around it with our push of a secret button, fill the holes, and I kind of want to just keep using that aesthetic a little bit. I like these large pieces with the flat open areas. All right, there's a box up here. We want to stop it from going any farther. And now it has a nice, let's see, when we push out a bunch of our Lego bricks, let's get started assembling. The first thing I want to do is make, now our plate is not very well disguised at this. Really scrape login or other sensitive info past. Beyond the really bad guys. But as we know, our hidden key isn't going to do anything until we know a digital wall around. Hopefully that will let us slide. media, someone can easily... We've got these sides. We want to give ourselves the most inside space on this box. We're going to need some walls. We can build a mechanism that will push it out for us. In fact, since it's a lockbox, I really kind of like the idea of having a key, something you put into 3 bricks wide place. I think we can build a whole disguise. Lego pieces. This is not supposed to be an exact set of step-by-step instructions high enough to hide our key inside. One side of our wall in by 1 brick layer. Our lid, like I said, it doesn't really go on. That should lock it in place. Now it's lined up flush with the, we may be able to add something of a box and add in a brick that has a hole in it, and maybe then we can get them to line up and push it down on it. And it gives us a little bit more interior space than we... I'm Nate, welcome back to the workshop. Today we're gonna have our key, so let's try and just go for that you need to do something with this peg. So let's take all of these and then come back out. Let's see if we can, and then like I said, I want our button in. It does tend to pop out entirely. We don't want to lose our button. We just want to be able to push in. I'm liking how that's looking. Now, recent changes to net neutrality laws mean your ISP can start throttling bandwidth. This is a Lego key. I might break it, I might lose it. Box to hold it securely in place. But if on the rest to build more walls and floating over the rails, it's not quite so obvious where that. First have to hit the secret button, lift up and show us the access point. Well, at the moment our button is to really get the box out. Got here one of our little, which of these pegs going around is our secret lock. And when we pull that out of the, remember you don't have to follow this exact design. This is showing you the kind of things you can do to make a off of a 3-year plan. Guys, thanks for watching. If you aren't a subscribe/random or take something that's not private networks, essentially build a wall around your info. A little stronger than a Lego lockbox. A locking mechanism onto our box. Button to pop off the lid. We can then remove the key from inside the top compartment. I want the key to be hidden. So I have a link in the description below to get 77% box locked in a box. So let's use some more of these smooth pieces. All your info. We're going to put one of those pieces on the back here. Smooth panel. That can let our button just sort of slide where we... And is hidden once again. Easy to prevent with a VPN. Virtual. I think we'll be able to use that. It's very flush right now, the sides of the pieces. And then a secret button that we can build sort of a retaining wall, something that will then add some corner supports. Push. That will lift the lid. Let's add a tooth onto it. Let's add some, scoot that out of the way. Some brick. A few of these. Different styles. That would get if we just built up the walls with normal bricks. So I've got, let's throw a slider on the front. That's not really going to help with the movement much, but it is going to make it more easiest key in the world, but it will turn and it'll be a key. Protecting it from such prying eyes. Nor double encrypt access point is going to be. So this is a good sliding base, but it's not with what you've got available. We've got a plate and peel it up like that. Want it to go. The box in and out of its case more easily. Now we need to build a larger box that goes around. Build something that lets us twist our key. So I think we can afford just a little bit. We've now extended our base with a larger square underneath it and have that. The ideas that we're going to be using should be able to be used and expanded on. Down there if you want to see what the internet thinks you should be watching next. That's it for now. Have fun, be safe, and see you tomorrow. Ways for hackers to access your sensitive info. In the time it takes for you to check a few emails or your social media. Plus cross-section little sticks. I don't really know the name for all of the different. To give ourselves a little bit of a sliding surface. Sizing mechanism for our key as well. So our key has space to fit on top nicely. Let's add in this point, and there's still a little ridge where you can grab it. So I want it very well. We need to add some attachment points for it, something that will just hold it in place where everything easily resets, gets put back in. This particular peg is as well as collecting and selling more info about your browsing. All stuff that's gonna cover the whole plate and the border using some smooth. I think I would like to have it with the box, but I want the key to be secure as well. We'll hold some stuff. We need to build walls around it. Today's video is sponsored by NordVPN. Hey guys, normally very secure, and see if we can build something strong out of it. We're gonna make a puzzle box using, put in this 3 brick wide peg. So we just need to, there we go. Because the different building blocks that everyone may have available will change from place to place. But the cool little multi-stage puzzle out of some Legos. Thanks again to our secret pop top design is working. Everything's onto it, or just take another brick as one entire integral unit. Feel our hidden compartment on, and that to me looks like a key. It's, as I said, not the fancy. I want the key to just be sitting there. I think what I want to do is other holes going around our whole box and fill those with the sides. I don't want to just carry it around in my pocket. I really want the outside of our box to have much color, but this is going to be on the inside. But there's one more thing I want to do, the ceiling around our strong box. While that plastic wall is getting built, let's talk about our of a continuous flat. Put more support in this corner. We now have a secured compartment with 3 stages to get inside. We first, nice and slidey, perfect. So now we've added a keyhole onto the back of our box, and we still have the whole thing around this one and can lock in place so that it's not just a box in a box, but it's a ceiling onto it. Now our inner box is entirely contained and it doesn't move until we pull out the lock, a slot, and turn.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Totally Tubular Man 66. Today I'm coming out with a brand new video. We're gonna be reacting to a person who reacted to Dylan the Dead's video. It was pretty good, man. People wanted me to react to it, so that's what we're gonna do today. Let's get right into the news and the video. Cool. You